Hi, welcome to Tarot with Jessica C. Okay, you can order a reading if you're interested from the link that just popped up. It's also in the description box. Okay, so today's topic is going to be who is coming towards you. Okay, so this wanted to come out, so I'm going to take it. Six of Pentacles, this is someone who wants reciprocity, who wants balance, okay? I'm not doing the three-part card pile today. I'll probably just do one a week of those. Who is coming towards them? Just going to kind of see what comes out. So this is someone who wants reconciliation. Could be a Cancer or a Pisces, or you are a Cancer or a Pisces, okay? This person is realizing that you are the one. Yeah. Something has ended. I feel like they're going through a transformation for some of you. For others, they could have been confused about this connection. I feel like they're no longer confused anymore. 111. 666 is out here. Okay, that means think positively. Okay, so this person could have a very pessimistic mentality, okay? They could just be very, pessimistic, okay? They could have been very pessimistic about you and whatever connection you had with them. Why is that? This does look like somebody that is compatible with you. Could be because this person was very in and out, hot and cold. You also could be a free spirit here with the Fool. Maybe that made them feel a bit insecure. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm channeling. They were fearful. Like, because you're such a carefree spirit, this scared them. Yeah. So, because you're not codependent, this was scary. Yeah. So, they kind of felt like, okay, so at least they have self-awareness. 222 on the timer. I feel like they were self-aware enough to see your differences, right? To see like how healed you are. And this kind of scared them because they knew that they weren't healed. Okay. They knew that they were codependent on you. They knew that this fear was there. And they were like, damn, I need to heal this so that we can be compatible, so that we can have reciprocity within this connection. Okay. They may have even felt like you could control them because of this insecurity. I mean, technically you could if they allowed it, right? Because, I mean, if they allowed it and if you wanted to, obviously we don't do that because that's manipulative behavior, that's karmic energy, and I don't feel like you would. Yeah, because you are in this Nine of Pentacles energy. But I feel like this person was fearful of that. Like, I feel like this person is very controlling, and they were fearful that you had some type of control over them because of their insecurities, which you probably did. Queen of Wands, they could have also felt like you sexually controlled them as well with your sex appeal. 333 on the timer. Okay. I don't feel like whatever arguments that you guys had, I feel like this person didn't want to argue. They were very upset when you did. This could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here. Aquarius strong in this reading. Okay. Yeah, this person has emotional issues here. They're emotionally stunted with the Devil, Page of Cups. Okay. A lot of immaturity here. A lot of growing up needs to be done. You could be an Earth sign here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Queen of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay, so probably all signs are going to eventually come out at some point. Okay. Obviously, I could be talking to a lot of you who are different signs. But anyways, this is someone who's stable and grounded, right? The Queen of Pentacles, she knows her worth. She's stable. She's grounded. She's in this energy of like, I know who I am, right? I do feel like this is a soulmate connection, but this person could be very logical, rigid thinking, too logical, excuse me, combined with an immature emotional state is just not good. Okay, this person could be an asshole, if you will. right? For lack of better words. Okay. Yeah, this person knew that he was not like a divine masculine, or he wasn't quite yet in this divine masculine. It's like this person knew that they weren't divine masculine or in this energy. Yeah, so you could be going towards someone new, okay? So I feel like you have two different people coming towards you. You could have a King of Swords and an Aries, Leo, Sag coming towards you, okay, with the King of Swords. This is someone who takes action. This is someone who you can have emotional fulfillment with, okay, who has a strong spirit like you, who's in this magician energy here. So there's something about this other person, like this person has strength where this person doesn't. Tower. And I feel like this person, this King of Swords realized this, or has realized this, and they have a lot of stress and anxiety about it. They know that you're not compatible with them. And they're not doing the work either. I feel like this person thinks that they have to do that. Yeah, they got work to do, but not as much as maybe you said or other people have said. Like, they're like, So this could be, they have self-awareness, but I feel like they hit a wall. They have self-awareness, but it's just not, what am I trying to say? How do I say this? It's like they can see some of their insecurities and flaws, and they can see some aspects of their self that needs to be healing, but they can't see everything, or they're not willing to take accountability for everything. Okay? That's this King of Swords over here. Tell me more about this King of Wands. So I feel like this person at one point, this King of Wands, was imbalanced, but I feel like they did do the work. And this is why they're balanced now. I told you, they did the work. And Spirit is bringing this connection to you. So you have a case of an air sign who didn't do the work, King of Swords, and then a King of Wands who did. Okay. Tell me about the King of Swords here. Tell me about this King of Swords. You do have a cosmic connection with this King of Swords, but in the energy there's a but. But what? This person plays games. It's such a disfortune. Is that a word? A misfortune. This is so misfortunate. Unfortunate, whatever. It's like this person is just pissing away this connection, or has pissed it away because this person plays games. Because there's something, this devil energy, I don't know if this is an attachment or if this is just an inability to heal, right? I mean, do I believe that people can have attachments? Yes. But at what point do you take accountability for not doing the work and not healing, and you stop blaming it on outside forces? Like, be for real. At some point, you realize you're being utilized by some energy that is outside of yourself. When are you going to put your big boy pants on and take accountability and do the work? It's just, it's giving weak. Just saying. One last card for this cosmic connection and this game player. Family Echoes. This is generational this is generational. Old family patterns. So your dad, this person's daddy probably did this. Their grandpa probably did this. And so forth. And it's just trickled on down the family line. And this person is just repeating everything else like a little cookie cutter. This definitely is giving unawakened. Okay, this is definitely giving I'm asleep. Okay. Tell me about this King of Wands. I'm trying not to be a bitch, but at what point, like, this is just lame. It's lame. Okay? It's lame. And if you're an air sign and you've been doing the work, I'm clearly not talking to you. Okay? I'm clearly not talking to you. This is for my air signs who are not doing the work. Okay? You're still in the same situation that you were years ago. You know who you are. All right, tell me about this fire sign. Tell me about this King of Wands, Spirit. This King of Wands. Blocked. Ooh, Lord. Okay. Secret admirer. Okay. So I feel like someone is trying to block him. Ooh. Shocker. Okay. We know who is trying to block the King of Wands, don't we? Okay. Don't we know? Spirit is saying this is bad timing, okay? Or this person may feel like this is bad timing because you are dealing with someone who is possessive. Okay, tell me more about the King of Wands connection, though. This person is infatuated with you, whether you know it or not. But this is a life partner, okay? This is a life partner here, okay? So this is someone you can marry and have a family with, okay? Which, I felt that. That's why I wanted to pull those cards, okay? Let's see who is trying to block the King of Wands. Who is trying to block the King of Wands? And yes, I am going to get into the nitty gritty and get all the tea because I'm sure y'all want to know. Okay. Who's trying to block the King of Wands? Oh, Spirit is saying they're not trying to block the King of Wands. They're trying to block the feminine. So there's the King of Wands. There's the wheel. So this is funny because it's like Spirit is saying that they're not trying to block the King of Wands. They're trying to block you. Okay. But the King of Wands is like going to slip in the back door, so to speak. Stop it. Stop it. 13:33 on the timer. Stop right now. Okay. This is not that type of channel. Okay, who's trying to block the Queen of Pentacles, Spirit? Who is trying to block the Queen of Pentacles from going towards this King of Wands? This is a soulmate. Okay, this is a soulmate. This could be someone here. This is an ex that wants to win you back, that wants to win you over. Okay, this person is burdened right now in their life. Okay, they're burdened. They could have trust issues. The person that's trying to block you. They're spying on you, social media. They're not reaching out. I don't feel like you're in contact with this person. Okay. They're not wanting to juggle you and someone else. So I feel like they are dating someone else or with someone else. Okay. That's the audacity. So they're with someone else, but they're just spying. But yet they're trying to block you from going towards someone new. This is crazy. Yeah, this is emotional immaturity. Who is it? You probably can already know from all the description. This is a Knight of Cups. This is someone who's in and out. Could be a Taurus for some of you here. Yeah, Gemini for others, Scorpio for others. Okay. Okay. Let's get the tea on the blockers. Okay. Let's get the tea on the blockers. Tell me more about the masculines who are trying to block this Queen of Pentacles from going towards the King of Wands. These people are avoidant, okay? They like to ghost. Okay. They're avoidant. Okay. I feel like you or they could be, Spirit could be trying to guide these people here and towards some type of conflict resolution to make a compromise. But this person, they're stubborn. Okay. So obviously I feel like, you know, this is multiple people, but they're in the same energy. Okay. This person, these masculines could be trying to pop up at your house to reconcile and admit some things to you here. Okay. They just want you back. Okay. Tell me more about, okay, what she should do, what this Queen of Pentacles should do, what these Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands should be doing. So you do have a soul contract with that, with, you know, whatever masculine is, you know, you're dealing with here. You may need to have a heart-to-heart conversation and then walk away, like to kind of get closure. But I feel like this is over. Spirit is saying you're protected. These people, these masculines could be trying to attack you, spiritual attack, okay? Whether you, or you may feel fearful of like a spiritual attack or a physical attack or something like that. These people could be going to jail, facing karma, hitting rock bottom because of the attacks that they did. Whew, this is messy. This is a whole mess. Spirit, what do you want to say about them trying to reconcile? I don't feel like Spirit's going to allow you to reconcile with them if they've attacked you. No. This is a no. This is exactly what I thought. Spirit is saying no, this was a lesson. You need to go towards your peace, go towards that King of Wands, because the universe is not going to allow someone who attacked you. You could be aware of this, how this person attacked you, how your ex attacked you, or unaware. Okay. But the universe knows. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, you don't have to be aware of something that somebody did. If you're being blocked by someone, that's because you're being protected. Lord. Yeah. So Spirit is saying you need to strategize about dating now and give this man in the past cold shoulder. Okay. This person is still stalking you, but who cares? Spirit is saying clear your mind and clear your heart. Tell me about this King of Wands, Spirit. Tell me about this King of Wands here. Yeah. So you're going towards teamwork love with this King of Wands. And this past person is going to be very jealous. Could be throwing black magic at you, whatever. Mad you're gone, holding a grudge. We don't care. They're hurting. Okay. They could be fighting because they're pissed off that they that they lost an empress here. But this ex of yours is very controlling. They're narcissistic. They like to be in the spotlight. It's almost like they were jealous. Like, look at the empress. This is empress energy, okay? Whoever you are, you're an empress energy. Whoever you divine femmes are. Empress energy here. But this person couldn't be with you because they're avoidant. They're pride and ego. They're full of pride and ego. They're controlling. They love to be in the spotlight. It's like, it's giving, I don't want you to get all the attention because I want the attention. It's giving, I want to be the princess. This teamwork love is meant to be. This is divine timing, okay? And your ex's life is about to be in flames. Inferno. Going to hell. Straight to hell. Okay? I feel like at one point there was a strong connection sexually with this person, but this was supposed to be, this was a lesson for you to learn about sexuality or something like that. There was a lot of red flags, and you learned something by being with this person who loves attention. I feel like you eventually figured out what they were doing. So what is the underlying issue as to why these karmic masculines, because they're karmic, I feel like they were meant to be divine, but they just didn't do the work. So they fell from grace and they are in karmic energy. It just is what it is. It's a choice they made. These karmic masculines here, why won't they let these empresses go? Too many. Why won't they let these empresses go here? They're jealous. Jealous, and Spirit is saying you're protected. So I feel like they're addicted to your healing energy. They're addicted to your intuition, your guidance that you give, because you may be, you divine feminines could have been helpful to these karmic masculines, right? Trying to help them, trying to show them the way. Okay. And instead of taking the advice and evolving and healing, they chose to just try to control you. Okay. Because they were envious of who you were, of your essence. So then they started playing on the phone and doing all this dumbass shit. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. Dumbass shit. What kind of grown ass man plays on the phone? Or woman. Fake text people, spam numbers, pretends to be people they're not. That shit is dumb, and it screams, my life is boring. Like, you don't have nothing else better to do? Get a hobby, get a job. That type of thing. Like, Spirit is saying you're protected. It's time to go. Goodbye. You got caught, bitch. Like, you know, a lot of these people are living double lives. Right, because they're miserable. They didn't heal. They're not at peace. These are people who are not at peace. But you're about to be with a person, and y'all are going to be making it rain, okay? Being in a divine union, making money, while these people are staring and playing on your phone. It's over. It's a wrap. Yep, cold shoulder. You're giving this person the cold shoulder because your vibes are in sync with this other person. Okay? I don't feel like you care anymore. I don't feel like you care. You're just like, whatever. 24/24 on the timer. And I feel like you don't care because the lesson has been learned, right? You've learned your lessons here, okay? There's nothing else. What I'm hearing is there's nothing else connecting the two of you. So if you feel like this relationship has gone cold, right? Like the card said, like it feels empty. You feel disconnected from this person. It's because you are. the soul tie, whatever you had with this person, the soul contract that you had to evolve from one another, it's over. It's done. It's completed, right? Your contract is over. Think of it like a job, like a contract job. It's like, this was a contract job, however long it lasted, it's over. And now you're like, oh, there's no more work to do. Moving on. Now you're moving on to the King of Wands. And that is your actual life partner. Okay, that's what I'm getting with this. Anything else that Divine Feminines need to know about, you know, this situation here? This energy definitely feels like this is over, like this is a wrap. Yeah, this was total drama. This person could have been very dramatic, caused a lot of bullshit in your life. This person was definitely keeping you a secret here. Okay. Once upon a time, I feel like you thought this person was the love of your life, and people could have tried to warn you, and you're like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You didn't want to face it. The lesson wasn't learned yet. Okay. But, oh, that's over. Yeah. Now you're having a new beginning, because now you already know the tea. You know this person is a hater and that they're trash. Okay. You know that this person is old news. This person's continuing to try to burn evidence, set the record straight. This person is pissed off because they know now that you know that they were playing you. Okay. I do feel like they played you. Okay. To a certain point. Okay. Now this person could be trying to find other people to have sex with and do the same shit with. Or, you know, this person, hopefully they're using protection. Yeah, they're putting on a show here. Putting on a show. That's what they do. That's what they like, because they want attention. They want fame. They want fortune. They want to be seen as, I don't know, perfect. This person's in their feelings. Look, grabbing a condom. So they could be having sex with another person to try to make themselves feel better. It's game over. They know that they fucked up here. But this was always going to end like this, I feel like. Because this person wasn't going to heal. This person still isn't healing. Even after all this person still is not doing the work. Right. Spirit is saying they're running away. So even after all of this, they're just not doing the work. And this is why you're throwing them away in the trash at the end of the day. Spirit said it, not me. Okay. All right. So, Divine Femmes, I'm going to leave you with some ancestor messages here. I'm also going to leave the karmic masculines and the divine masculine, because I do feel like it's a divine masculine that's in this King of Wands energy. Some ancestor message too. So ancestor message for the divine feminine. Divine feminines. You're in control. Don't ever forget it. Okay? Your ancestors are here saying, do not be afraid. Okay? This was a blind spot that you couldn't see. That's okay. You learned the lesson. Forgive them. Okay? Forgive them. Your ancestors are saying you may still love them, and that's okay. Right? It's okay to still love someone. But knowing what you know, right? Knowing and understanding that this will never work because you're not compatible. This person only wanted to control you. This person just wanted to, I don't know, this is giving like, a man that has a woman on puppet strings saying, look what I'm doing to her. Yeah. And like, he feels powerful because of it. Like, because he can control you out of all people because you're a divine feminine, right? He knows how rare you are. And so that makes him feel powerful because he's able to control such a divine being. and he's not divine, right? So now that you've seen through this illusion and it's done, it's over, now you see his weakness. Now you see how weak he was and how the whole time his validation was from controlling you. That's what your ancestors are saying. Like, his whole image was controlling you. His whole presence was about controlling you. You played a massive part in his creation, if you will. Okay, in this mask, this character that he plays, because that's all that it is. And this healed your ancestors. This healed something in your bloodline here. Imagine the many women, imagine the women in your family that were forced to marry men like this. Even you probably were forced to marry this man in many lives, or at least one past life, right? Imagine that. Imagine not having the freedom to choose. That's what you healed. Because you do have the freedom to choose, and you chose right. You didn't allow all the lies, the manipulation, the coercive control. You didn't allow all of that to taint your destiny. He may have been able to taint it for a little while, and she, if you're dealing with a female, but you see it now. You're no longer blind to what he did, to what they did, right? Because I feel like there's a few of you I'm talking to. So that's what your ancestors want you to know. Okay. Look at this. An apple is crazy. Especially me channeling that Lilith energy earlier today. Definitely feels like a child of Lilith, like a daughter of Lilith, right? Like, people who are in that Lilith energy, we're not asleep, we're awake. We have knowledge, we have our free will, right? We're not asleep. Most people think that they have free will, and they don't, because they're not in tune, they're not awake. Anyways, I feel like you took a risk, because this is what this card says. So your ancestors are saying you took some kind of risk, and this was the reward. So I don't know what you did. What did they do? You listened to your intuition. You walked in your faith. You trusted yourself. Ah, that was the lesson. You trusted yourself. You trusted your own intuition. When women doubt themselves, it's because they've been controlled their whole life. These women could have extensive trauma, and they grow up thinking, well, they grow up with a loss of power because their power has been stolen for years, right? It started from whenever it started. But this is someone who's gotten her power back. These are divine feminines who's stepped into their power and said, no, you're not going to fucking control me anymore. You're not going to tell me who I am. You're not going to tell me where I'm headed in my destiny. You're not going to tell me that I can't trust my intuition, because no, fuck that and fuck you. Yeah, this is a transformation. This was a rebirth. And look, she's drowning. For many years you drowned. And then you found yourself again. This feels like some kind of energy that was like working through people to oppress you. And you finally beat it because you healed the wound that it was utilizing. Okay. Guidance from the Divine Masculine's ancestors. What do the Divine Masculine's ancestors? You are protected. So if you are feeling unsafe because of this raggedy energy that is trying to block the Divine Feminine, you're protected from the Karmic Masculine. You are protected. Yeah, do not fear. This person will regret ever coming for you. Woo, Lord. Okay, so your ancestors are being a little bit more ruthless than Divine Feminine's ancestors. So I don't know what this person has done towards you, but I feel like it's worse than what they did towards the Divine Feminine, because your ancestors are really pissed. And remember, I kept channeling 3 karmic masculines. 1, 2, 3. I hope they didn't send you death magic. That's what I hope they didn't do. Blind spot. You also had a blind spot, but you now see. Yeah, be happy now that you can see. Okay. Remember them and listen to your intuition. Vampire energy. This talks of emotional intelligence. So you could be an empath here. You have emotional intelligence. Okay. You need to listen to your intuition and remember your ancestors. I feel like your ancestors want you to have some kind of altar or something. So if you're not honoring your ancestors, you need to. Because they're saying to. Listen to your intuition. You could have a gift of scrying here that you need to utilize. You're very emotionally intelligent. This is definitely like an empath here. Okay. Werewolf, explore your wildness. Be wild. Okay. You are very strong. Lean into that strength, your ancestors are saying. Okay. Vampire and werewolf coming out is crazy though, because you know how the spirit is telling me like they fight, right? What does that mean? What are the ancestors saying? Werewolves and vampires. What is this? Because those, okay, we know in movies they go against each other, right? So what is that? What is that? That you're telling the Divine Masculine. Vampires and werewolves is crazy. Unnecessary fear. Reduce your burden for not being able to see something. Be happy. It's the same message. Okay, but what are you saying? Who is a vampire? Well, okay, Divine Masculine, you're coming in as vampire energy, but you also came in as werewolf. So maybe some of you designate as werewolves, like very strong, like wild, like a werewolf, and then others are like, feel more vampiric, like not in a negative way, but like in a, you know, emotionally intelligent way, like a dark empath. But not a dark empath that's like toxic. A dark empath that's like stealth, right? That's like a, like Blade, right? He was half human, half vampire, but he hunted negative vampires, right? Blade, that's like my cat. So, he was a good hybrid, right? I don't know. That's a message. Okay, and what are the messages for the karmic masculines from their ancestors, or I don't know, whoever wants to come out? What do they need to know? The karmic masculines. Okay, so you have unnecessary fear. This is giving, so I feel like they're saying you have unnecessary fear because you have some kind of witch in your bloodline that's helping you. They're saying that you're going to have light after the dark. You are in control. That's a lie. And that you're going to have an opportunity to do what? To do what? For change. Told you, change. That's what Lady de los Muertos means, Lady of the Dead. It means change. They're trying to swap destinies. That's what this is. You're not going to be able to swap destinies with divine beings. See how this person looks raggedy as hell? This is like a forgotten nobody who wants to be like an Egyptian god so bad, but they're not. This is like someone who, this is like, I don't know why I'm channeling that, but this is like the divine masculines are Egyptian gods, right? And then there were like helpers or something of these gods, and one of them, this masculine, whoever this raggedy energy is like so jealous of them, and like this person's bloodline is like trying to help him obtain or be an Egyptian god, right? That's not gonna happen. This energy is like destruction. Notice how the moon looks like it's on fire and all this is fire. This is like some kind of sickening energy. I can't explain it. This is like some kind of sickening energy that wants to be in a divine status, and it's just not. Y'all have been in power. Let me stop. Oh, let me stop. This person could be asking their ancestors. They could have a shrine. They remember their ancestors. They feel like they're invisible. They feel like you can't see what they're doing. The underworld here. They could have ancestors in the underworld, or that are in the shadows helping them, right? Like, and they're telling them that that you two are gonna have eternal love. Just be strong. No, they're not. This person can't see the future. This person can't see the future. I feel like these ancestors are getting pissed off at me now because they're saying you can't see the future. My ancestors are saying, yes, she can. You're going to regret going up against these divine individuals. These divine individuals have sweetness and synergy. They have the skull of light. They're illuminated. They're not stuck in this underworld energy here. These karmic masculines are stuck in the underworld, in the shadow energy. Yeah, they can't see. They're blind. Right. They're unawakened. They're sleepers. They're sleepers trying to destiny swap with a divine being who's awake. Are y'all crazy? Okay. I'm gonna end this reading because that's just wild in and of itself. And I haven't talked to the spirit realm in so long and done one of these readings. I missed it. All right. No more of y'all. Go away. You're no longer welcome in my energy and my space. See, Spirit is telling me to light some sage. Spirit is saying, be strong. All of you will get through this. Just keep pushing on. Keep doing your work, right? Keep remaining grounded, okay? Stable, grounded, focusing on yourself. Justice, King of Wands, okay? Yeah. You guys have walked away from what no longer serves you, and you're going towards justice with this King of Wands. You can't make this up. Exactly what I channeled, okay? This is justice. This is a balanced union. Yeah, it's time for celebration. 3 of Cups. Or it will be when you guys come together. Okay? Whoever you are. It's a few of you. Yeah. Some of you may feel like you missed this opportunity, but you didn't. Emotional fulfillment. Okay? Emotional fulfillment. You went within. That was the lesson. You trusted yourself. Now you're getting your dream. Yeah, Magician energy. I just feel like with the cards that I'm seeing here, that's what I'm looking at. I just feel like the person that you were meant to be with just didn't do the work. Because see, this is the counterpart to the Queen of Pentacles. And this person is stuck because they didn't do the work. They dragged their feet. They took too long of time. Their root chakra is blocked or imbalanced. And it's because they're in this manipulative 7 of Swords energy. This is someone who is manipulative. They're a liar. They do underhanded shit. Like, this person fucked their own destiny up. Excuse my language. They messed up their own destiny. Because they chose not to heal. It's like, however you want to look at it, right? This person may feel like they didn't fuck up their destiny. They may feel like they love their life and they're getting money and, you know, they got a harem of bitches or whatever the hell they may think. Okay? And that's the path they chose, but that's not the path you chose. So you can look at it different ways, right? You can say that they fucked up their destiny. All I'm going to say is whatever your destiny is, this person isn't coming. They can't have a harem of bitches and do all this other shit and then think that they're going to be able to control you and tell you what to do and boss you around. It's like they wanted to be your god. No. No. Right? And so they chose that path where they could have their harem of bitches, and they probably, them females probably do worship that person as a god. But not you. You said no. Sorry. That's not what I want. And you walked away, and that's why you're going towards the King of Wands. Because your goals align. So you and this King of Wands is going to walk with you towards your destiny. And he now has a destiny that is intertwined with yours. And this person from the past has got a different destiny now because he didn't choose you, or you left him, whichever one, right? But either way, you weren't compatible. You weren't in alignment. This person wanted to be in the spotlight. Remember? They wanted to be the ones that everybody bowed down to and worshiped and blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay. It's giving like wannabe cult leader. I don't know. This is like what cult leaders are made of. This energy is what I'm getting. Like just delusional. Like just like cringe, secondhand embarrassment type shit. Like, are you serious? Go watch that Lilith video that I posted on my channel. It's a 44, it's almost like a short movie. I absolutely loved it, but it's giving that energy. Like the guy just wanted, he didn't even ask questions. It's about Adam and Lilith, right? And it's like Adam is portrayed as this patriarchal guy who just wants Eve to, or Lilith to just shut the hell up and do what is told. Don't ask questions. Blind obedience, basically, to him and to God as he's framing it, which is what most cult leaders do. Okay. And Lilith is like, no thanks. She's like, no thanks. That's not really for me, but thanks anyway. Bye. Have a nice life. And she leaves the Garden of Eden because she said, what is knowledge without freedom? Right? She has this little short film is basically the epiphany of what it's like to awaken. Okay? At the end of the day. But the energy of the Adam character, right, is very much like he doesn't give a shit. He thinks he's doing the right thing because he's blindly following God. He doesn't ask questions and he just does what he's told with the head down, and he just wants his benefits, like with his hand out, right? Sound familiar? Anyways. So he's just, gimme, gimme, gimme. And then he complains to God when Lilith leaves and says, I need a woman. Where is my woman? You promised me a companion. And then, so the difference between Lilith and Eve was that Lilith was created the same way Adam was created. So she was created as his equal. And that is supposedly in this short little film why she was born created with knowledge. Okay. She was created with awareness. Poor little Eve was created from his rib, and she was created asleep. And she never questioned anything. She kept her head down. She listened and obeyed Adam and God. So she was literally a female version of Adam. Okay. And he was happy. And they lived their mundane life. Sound familiar? Right. It sounds like the Matrix, right? It sounds like all of the sleepers that do this. No shade if you're not awakened, but you may need to start doing your work to wake up. But that's what it showed. I mean, in the end, it did show Eve coming back into the garden as a serpent and tempting Eve. It doesn't show if she bit the apple or not, but it does show Lilith doing that. Okay. But is it so wrong to want to liberate a woman and open her mind to where she has anybody, men or women, to where they have full knowledge, right? Is it so bad to have knowledge? Aren't we taught knowledge is power? The world, society, right? Everywhere we see, it says knowledge is power. But when we open up the Bible, it says knowledge is forbidden. Why? Okay. Just food for thought. So if you want to continue the conversation, you can comment below, or, maybe I can do a live where we can talk openly. I don't know. But I feel like maybe that's where this is going to head eventually, my channel, talking to people more openly and trying to wake more people up, because there's a lot of things that, I mean, people are starting to wake up and see the truth now, but it's just going very slowly. That's all I'm going to say, because this video is long enough, but listen to your intuition is all I'm going to tell you. Because I know where your intuition is going to lead you, and it isn't going to lead you. Your intuition will never tell you that knowledge is forbidden. I'm just going to tell you that, okay? Jesus taught knowledge. He taught a lot of things that is being taught now, and that's why they killed him. That's just my opinion, and that's what I believe. So, anyways, love all of you, and if you're interested in a personal reading, the information is in the description box.